Conspiracy theories. They have been around for a very, very long time. You have your classic moon landing hoax, you have your lizard people are running your government, and of course the brain-numbing flat earth. Now, this video is going to be interesting. This is one of the dumbest conspiracy theories. Now, all conspiracy theories are dumb to a degree, but this one is mind-numbing and brain cell rotting. Judging from the title and thumbnail of this video, well, you've already know what this video is going to be all about. Roll the intro. So conspiracy theories are mind-numbing. This one is also mind-numbing, mind-numbing as well. This one is known as the Hollow Moon conspiracy theory. Now, there's another similar conspiracy theory known as the Hollow Earth, just as stupid as this one. The Hollow Earth is believed that, or the conspiracy theory is believed that the Earth is hollow, and within the innards of the Earth, if you want to call it that, there's an alien civilization. Now, you might be wondering, how did I get this from? Well, my good old friend, there's a show called Ancient Aliens, aka the most delightful information out there on not only the internet, but also on television. Now, Ancient Aliens is a TV show that's been going on for far too gosh darn long, and they need to stop because it's not history. But they talk about how ancient aliens how aliens have helped human civilization since the beginning. So everything that humans have done, it wasn't us humans. Nah, it was the aliens. The pyramids, yeah, the aliens did it. World War II must have been the aliens. The moon landing, the darn aliens. This one is just plain out dumb. And, well, I'll get into right in the fact. POV, it's 1969. Nice. And we just got back from Apollo 11. And we're going to go back to the moon again. Because, well, there's still some things we still have left unanswered. Yes, we finally beat those damn commies. But we still wanted to do more on the moon. We still wanted to learn more about the moon. So on Apollo 12, two astronauts, Pete Conrad and Alan Bean, set up what's called, I think it's called a passive seismic experiment, or PSA for short. This was part of the Apollo Lunar Surface Experiment Package, or ALSEP, which is where they bring out, experiments. Anyway, this was meant to measure vibrations on the moon, to see if there were such things as moonquakes, and boy, not naturally. So when the Apollo craft, or when the Apollo crew, Alan Bean and Pete Conrad, when they got back into the lunar, on their LEM. Now, the LEM, I'll show you a video of it right here, but the LEM, you have like two stages of the LEM. You have the leg part, and then you have the top part. The top part pops off and flies away, or floats off rather, and directs itself to go back to the command service module, which is where the third astronaut, usually the forgotten one, is orbiting around the moon. Make sure everything's all good and clear. Anyway, once they got back to the CSM safely, they discharged the landing module and crashed it onto the moon. This one was weird and interesting. It caused a vibration, and this vibration made a ringing sound. But why? Why does it make a ringing sound? Rock that orbits our beautiful planet. Now, the vibrations here on Earth generally from an earthquake, because when earthquakes are caused, earthquake vibrations last typically around only 30-ish seconds or so. However, the moonquake lasted a little longer than that. The moonquake took about 12-ish minutes, or no, am I right? 12-ish minutes? 8 minutes. It took around 8 minutes. But why? Why did it create the shockwave and make this bell sound? Short and simple answer. There isn't much water on the moon. Now the reason why that, so like I mentioned, it would last a little bit longer on the moon than on Earth, because here on Earth there are objects in the way, such as water, that stops the vibration. The moon does not have much water. If it does, it's ice formed, a solid, if you will. But this ring is caused by the vibration when the lander module crashed onto the moon and made a ringing sound. That's it. That's all I have. Well, that does it for another episode or my first episode of My Brain Hurts, because I watched another episode of Ancient Aliens. Until next time, I'll see you guys real soon. Wait a minute, I forgot to mention something. And you might be wondering as well. What about the picture I just showed a couple of minutes ago of the Earth? I mean, not the Earth, but the moon, looking like a spaceship. Do I really have to explain to you that the moon is not a spaceship? You have to be silly to believe that the moon is not a spaceship. It's a natural satellite. It orbits with us. And why does it show the same side? Because it's tidally locked. It has a tidal lock orbit, which means it's facing us consistently. The front of it's always, or what we call the front of the moon, it's always facing us. That's it. That's all it is. Do you want to see the backside of the moon? Where you go? Here's the backside of the moon. That's the real photo of it. I don't know what to tell you. It's not a spaceship. Please, get help.